hell this could be calling me this early?
All right. Let's try. Let's see. Tell me if you can hear this. Ready, set, and.
This.
All right, we're up and running. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that.
60, 59, 58,
This is a countdown.
57,
Slade
56. This continues to be a countdown to the Slade and Mayson show.
Where do I get
50,
some of that stuff?
49. You're listening to the countdown to the Slade and
Car
Mayson
part.
show.
Just gotta get them legal.
Yeah,
This is the
sure. That's
continued
right. Make
countdown
fun of
to
my
the
car
Slade and
part.
Mayson show. 39. 38 right now. 37. You're listening to the countdown.
Mine are just about to
34
work.
show. 33. Please stand by as you're listening to the countdown to the Slade and Mason show. 28.
Shut up. This is
27.
very serious.
This is, of course,
Yes.
the
25.
countdown to the
I will
Slade
not
and
laugh.
Mason show. 23. 22. We continue 21 with the countdown to the Slade and Mason show. 18. 17.
Boy, this
Stand
is
by.
solid.
16. As we are now
15,
delivering the countdown
14,
to the Slade
13,
and Mason show.
12,
11. Yes. 10. This is our countdown
9,
to the Slade and Mason 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mason Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia. It's the Slade and Mason Show.
Oh, put that down.
It just never gets old.
Morning, Mr. Mason.
Good morning, Mr. Slade.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
and this is the Slade and Mason Show.
Perfect, as always.
There we go. It's like it was a recording or something, I tell you.
All right, so now let me just go ahead and peel back the covers, because there are people who always wonder, how does this show come together like this? Well, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's a regular train wreck.
Like this morning.
Like this morning.
You're all sitting there going, why is this thing 20 minutes late? Okay.
I'm talking, well, let's see. First off, I got up at 5 a.m.
I didn't.
And I thought, oh yeah, I should probably prep myself for the show.
I didn't.
And I did. And then about 6:15, I thought, maybe I should lay down.
Oh, wait. He prepped himself. My bad. Okay. Now you know what it means.
So then I did lay down, but this time I was at least smart enough to set the alarm clock again.
There you
and
go.
I don't know when I nodded off, but I obviously did. And then I awoke and I was like, oh. And as you can probably tell, my voice is not in its best shape.
No, mine either. Something happened. I think it's the dry air.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's
so,
exactly what it is. So
anyway,
you decided to put
I,
more dry air on top. So.
Yeah. So I go ahead and I get up, and then it's like I start to prep myself again for the show. And I say, well, let me call Dan. And so I get on this magnificent machine and try. I didn't have to download Skype again, by the way.
I did. I had to re-download it again. I couldn't believe it.
So, and I called Dan, and he answers. He's like, yes, Mr. Slade. And I said, okay, well, and he goes, okay, now let's check this. And it's like, all right,
the meters and everything was good.
These are all checked. Everything's good.
Yep.
All right, man. I'll talk to you in about 10 minutes,
Yep.
20 minutes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Something you go ahead.
All right. So then 20 minutes comes along, and I'm like, okay. So we get back hooked up, and
Yep.
and he's starting to play with the buttons, and I can't hear anything.
Yeah. So we were like in the dark. I thought he could hear me. He couldn't hear anything. I was playing the background music, and it's like he just kept talking. Like, JD, we're doing this. He goes, well, it's like then we realized he couldn't hear anything. So we figured one of two things happened. Either
Paul's been at it again.
he
Just
got
call it like it is.
no, I think JD got into some really good stuff, and
Oh no! You'll notice that my end is still working, and yours. Anyway. There again, those are just some of the foibles of having to deal with modern technology.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. It is Veterans Day weekend, and before we even start, I do want to definitely send my regards and my deepest respect for the men and women who put on that uniform every day and who have put on this uniform. And I can always remember Walter Cronkite. He said, the 11th hour of the 11th day, the 11th month, the armistice was signed. That would have been 5 o'clock here.
yeah, yep. And these are people who basically put themselves in harm's way to protect us, so we can do stuff like this.
Exactly. There we go. So again, ladies and gentlemen, and it's really interesting because my partner in the morning show, he is a military vet Marine. My buddy Boogie is a military vet Marine, and I just happen to have so many ties to the military. So it's like, again, and there are those who, of course, make that ultimate sacrifice. But again, I was in a parade yesterday, Veterans Day parade, so one I do at Gordonsville, and I just have a great time with that. And of course, remember that the world is not always such a great place. True. But it's nice to know that we've got men and women who try to make sure it gets as right as it can be.
Absolutely. All right.
Now enough of that sentimentality crap.
All right, that hopefully people didn't tune out. And no, it's something we need to talk about. So there you go.
All right, now we're done talking about it.
All right, now here's the other problem. We have a bigger problem coming down the pike.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I don't think there are any Marines or veterans, or if we got everybody working together, I don't think we're ever going to be able to stop this one.
Thanksgiving?
No, worse than that. More coming. It's going to be the big one, the huge one, the one that takes us out.
Okay, I'll bite.
All right. Aliens. Yes, I'm talking. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Are they on a caravan?
No. Would you believe that astronomers are suggesting shooting a high-powered laser into outer space, just kind of spinning it around like a kid with a little flashlight? We're here! We're here!
Where's the boom? It's supposed to be a boom.
Take me to your leader.
Oh, it's this guy with the hair.
Pew, pew! Do you have any other leaders?
You can't start out the gate like this, man. You're supposed to work up to
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they are actually thinking of shooting lasers into space. And, if nothing else, they're going to come down and go, man, would you cut that out, man? I was flying by, and this stupid green laser went right in my eye. I almost got oh, man. I am going to have such a headache for weeks, man. You got to stop this. We're going to have to go like alien court, The seats won't be comfortable because we know
haven't you?
Huh?
You've really thought this out, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, if we go to alien court, the seats aren't going to be comfortable because we don't have 3 rumps, right? So we got that problem.
In the wrong way.
Or tentacles,
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
You got a lot of time in your hand, don't you?
weren't we told not to use lasers and point them up at the sky because you might blind the pilots?
Yes, and the thing of it is which one of you dummies did not go out there, did not try to shoot a laser in the sky to see if you could hit a plane?
Let's see if we can get an alien here. Yeah, it's beauty. Yeah,
Oh, man. Aliens.
That's great. So
you worked all week to know that you were going to start the program that way, didn't you?
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah. Hey, speaking of seats. So, yeah, seats might be different in outer space and what have you. But let me ask you a question.
No.
So there was a fellow who used to work at the radio station where you used to work there. He used to spray down everything. He used to bring his own microphone cover.
You mean
So
Richard?
yeah, him, Richard. Oh, that saved it. So
changed to protect the guilty.
yeah, so I would see him on occasion, grabbing like a towel and wiping down the seats as well. So my question to you is, do you or have you ever had a need to wipe down a seat before sitting down? Do you ever look down before you sit down, or do you just sit?
Well, first off, let me just say this for the record. I am one of those very eccentric folk.
Wait, you're French?
I sit where I live.
I sit where
And let enough be said about that.
I don't know what this is. Where this is going.
Well, here's what I'm saying, Dano.
It's very deep, yeah, man.
I don't number 2 anywhere but my house.
No. I'm not talking that seat. I'm talking like a regular chair, like a regular in the studio where you're going to go sit down.
Those French foo-foos who pull out their handkerchiefs.
Yes.
Oh, no. Not unless it's like I see things glowing or glistening from it.
Oh. Yeah, good luck trying to get glitter off there. Oh, my gosh. So let me ask you this then.
You are asking a lot of questions. You are very nosy, man.
I want to find out some things about that.
I bet. So did my ex-wife.
What is this? Anyway, so
that was funny, wasn't it, Dan?
JD, what are you doing in the bathroom?
And coming back.
So the question is, if you were
a woodchuck, how much wood could a woodchuck?
Quite a bit. So you're taking a flight from point A to point B. You know you had to be at point B. It's a deadline. You had to be there on time. If you went to your seat on the airplane, row 15, position D, and you saw fecal matter sitting there.
I know fecal, man. He's like, we went to college together.
He was French. Hello, I am fecal matter. Hello, bonjour. So my question to you is, it is seat.
Stop it.
It is seat D. It is smeared all over the seat itself and the back. Now, the plane is absolutely packed. That's the only seat available. What do you do?
Oh my God.
I asked this question because there was a Delta passenger. I'm going to use the name Delta because it actually happened. He was told, look, that's your seat. If you want to get to point B, you need to sit in that seat. And you need to put your seatbelt on. And he's like, it's covered in fecal matter. Got it? Have a seat. Have a seat. So he had a choice. He had to be at point B. He had to be at point B. I'm thinking to myself, okay, so first off, he sat down in it and just sat in it for the entire plane ride. And everybody in the plane could tell and smell what was going on.
Oh.
And the only thing they did was, says, here, you can go, now that the plane took off, he says, here, you can go clean yourself off. Gave him a couple of paper towels and a couple of bottles of vodka to clean himself off in the bathroom. And I'm like, where do you need to be, where do you need to be that bad that you'd be willing to sit for 2 hours in someone else's fecal matter?
That you would sit and sit.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh God.
I just don't know.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
You've got to stop reading the Drudge Report, man.
So my question to you is, where could you think of a place that you needed to be so much that you would be willing to sit in someone else's poo?
Dan,
Yes.
you are asking the wrong person. You got to remember that I am a morning disc jockey
Yes.
who in 12 years has never been late. Ever.
So
that's why I get a little consternation with your lackadaisical attitude about being ready to go.
Hey, it was ready. I hit the button. I'm a good thing.
Time, and everything should be checked out. But in all seriousness, no. There's nowhere that I got to be. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be so pushed for time that I'm going to cut it to the last second.
Yeah,
I give myself a lot of leeway.
All right, so you give yourself lots of leeway. You go in to sit down at your seat. You got this interview in California, and there's fecal matter sitting on the seat.
See, again, like I say, I'm going to make sure, number one, that I'm going to be on time.
No, I didn't say number one. I said number two. So,
oh, you are on top of it today, boy. Well, no, but I'm saying that I'm not going to wait so long that it's the last shot that I'm going to have.
Well,
I'm going to go early.
But it's an assigned seat. It's an assigned seat.
I'm going early.
It's an assigned seat. It doesn't matter. That's seat D. That's yours.
Well, let's see here. Am I going to die if I don't take this plane?
You're not going to die,
There it is.
But you need to be there.
I am not going to sit in. I am not going to sit for nobody.
All right, so you are going to be late.
Hey, guess so.
Okay.
I'm going to hope that I will have called, because if I'm going to fly coast to coast, this has got to be a good company. So it's like I'm going to call and say, hey, look, there's fecal matter on the seat, and I'm not going to sit into it and then come to your office.
Yeah. Someone took a dump in my seat, and I ain't going to sit in it. All right.
Now, see, here's the thing. Then somebody's going to say, well, what about when people have babies? And babies they don't do it on purpose. It's just there.
Well, that's what he thinks. He thinks either someone had a child sitting there and they didn't realize that the diaper had leaked out or something, or a dog was in a cage or something like that and it leaked out. So he's not sure where it came from, but
he's got to get paid.
Oh my gosh!
There's the moral to the story, and there's the upside to sitting and sit.
I like the way you filtered that word. That was great.
I'm telling you, I thought about this as you were telling the story. I couldn't believe number one.
I said number two.
It's the second story that he's covering this morning, and it's about number two. Oh, this is why we're so good at this, buddy.
Oh my gosh! All right, so.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's going on there. I didn't follow up on the story.
Thank you. I think you did enough investigative reporting to last us a while. Between that and the aliens, man.
I don't know if Delta. I don't know what Delta's gonna do about that. That's pretty funny. So.
All right, I want to give you a compliment, Dan.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right. So, and that is that you of course, are responsible for Today in History.
Yes.
And it's really, really funny, and it's hard to be funny 365 days a year.
Yes, it is.
But Today in History cuts the mark. I bring this up because, I have a service that I subscribe to that's supposed to help me be funny. It's a prep service.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it's like, so I want you to hear what today in history on Monday, the 12th, the 365th day, the 16th day of the year,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be about.
Okay.
And either order, I want you to just listen to this and think about it horrendously.
Am I going to be able to hear it?
No, I'm going to read it to you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right.
You know what? By the way, everybody else is going to hear it too.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I'm just
Okay.
saying we're actually live. You know.
Oh, yeah. I kind of figured that much.
You know, it's like this.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mayson,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
Just thought I'd bring that to your attention.
You like playing with that, but
Yeah, I do.
all right. So
For tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Chicken Soup for the Soul Day, Happy Hour Day, National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day.
Mm.
All right. Now that's got a twist that could be humorous, but here's the things that they highlight that happened on this day in history, and I don't know which to go with. I'm going to go with this way. On this date in 1745, the first happy hour was held in an Irish pub. Okay. On this date in 1946, the first bank drive-through opened. Now, how many years is that? 200?
Yeah.
Nothing happened in that 200 years between the happy hour and the first bank drive-through.
Oh my gosh.
All right, now wait a minute. Here we go. In 1993, which is what, 37 years later,
Uh huh.
Michael Jackson canceled the world tour because of a dependence on painkillers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it gets better. On this date in 1996. Now, what was the first item that I mentioned in this today in history?
Was it the pizza
Oh, the first happy hour.
happy hour? Okay.
Okay, now here we are. Now we went from happy hour to the first bank drive-through to Michael Jackson canceling his world tour because of dependence on painkillers.
Uh-huh.
In 1996, Jonathan Schmitz, you know that name?
No, must be a sports reference. No.
Nope. He was convicted of second-degree murder for shooting Scott Amador, a gay man who revealed he had a crush on him during the taping of the Jenny Jones
Jiminy
show.
crickets.
All right, and the last item on this today in history. On this date in 2004, a jury convicted Scott Peterson of murdering his pregnant wife Lacey and dumping her body in the San Francisco Bay.
Wow.
Peterson was later sentenced to death.
Wow. Wow.
Now remember, I'm a morning jock, and it's like, you know, again, I'm supposed to see funny
In all that.
and all that.
All right.
And like I say, once I get to happy hour, ha ha ha, bank drive through, ha ha ha, Michael Jackson painkillers, ha.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. You know what? I don't know what I had for November 12th. I'm going to play it blind. You ready?
All right.
Here we go. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Today in history, November 12th, 1439. Plymouth, England becomes the first town incorporated by the English Parliament. And then, of course, they brought about Mopar and the Chrysler and no word yet from Ford or GM. 1892. William Pudgy Heflinger becomes the first professional American football player on record to be paid to play the game. And then he signed a deal with Nike. 1933. Hugh Grays takes the first known photographs of Loch Ness Monster, later reported to be fraudulent, so actually this wouldn't be the very first photograph. It'd be the first, fraudulent photograph. So the photograph, never mind. 1955. In Hill Valley, lightning strikes the clock tower at 10:04 p.m. And then McFly jumps into his DeLorean and off to the Back to the Future he goes. And finally, 2003. We see the Shanghai Transrapid set the new world speed record of 311 miles for a commercial railway system. It's the fastest unmodified commercial rail vehicle. It is totally awesome that goes from Longyang Road to Pudong International Airport, travels 18.6 miles. Gets you there in just about 8.5 minutes. Quite the time saver, mind you. Mind you, it's a 20-minute ride to the nearest town, but whatever. I'm Dan Mayson, and that's November 12th.
So you have to drive 20 minutes to get
But-
there. Takes you 8 minutes to get to the next town, then 20 minutes to get back.
And
But-
ladies and gentlemen,
but man,
you
it
can
didn't
see the
move.
you can see the difference between this paid service that has probably
gosh.
hundreds of people working for them to come up with these tidbits in history, and my partner who's just insane. Very well done, Mr. Mayson.
That was
Very well
funny.
done.
That's funny. We'll tell you what. Let's do a real break, and then we'll come back. Now, listen. You need to
Turn my mic off.
turn your microphone off because I got something special for today.
All right,
Okay.
wait a minute. Let me see. I'm gone.
Here we go.
Thank goodness for this break. Sadly, however, we will return to the Slade and Mayson Show.
Don't waste your time going to Mackey's or Brimley's. You'll wind up having to go to the dunny for 20 minutes after eating. The meat can be a dead dodgy. Plus, you'll be risking needing to take a sickie. If you're looking to get your evening tea, you need to set your eyes on a Joey burger from Pouchies, fresh from the outback. Pouchies. We don't like to call them roadkill. We like to call it nature's reclamation. We have spotters all throughout Australia, spotting a downed boomer or flyer within moments of getting hit by a Yuri. The roos are dropped into a giant-sized stubby holder packed with ice, and then aired to our facility for processing. The meat is lean, delicious, and really good for you. So if you're ready for the best tasting burger that'll have you returning to us faster than a twice-chucked boomerang, come on down to Pouchies for an amazing Joey burger. Fresh from the road? Come on down to Pouchies. You'll be glad you did. Today in history, November 11th, 1100. Henry I of England marries Matilda of Scotland, the daughter of Malcolm III of Scotland. Matilda, daughter of Malcolm III. Do you take Henry? Yeah, well, who else would take a Matilda? Yeah, Marion, sure. 1675. Godfrey Leibniz demonstrates integral calculus for the very first time. Immediately, high school students start squirming. 1889. The state of Washington is admitted as the 42nd state of the United States. Named after our very first president, President George Washington. Unfortunately, President Washington was not available at the time. 1930. U.S. Patent 1781541 is awarded to Albert Einstein, the man who foresaw the nuclear bomb, nuclear fusion, space-time continuum, and of course the inventor of the refrigerator. Well, his anyway. Absolutely chilling. Sorry. 1966. NASA launches Gemini 12, which of course was that moody blues tune, went double platinum. It was awesome. 1968. A second republic is declared in the Maldives. Not that anybody cared, but there you go. And finally, 2008. RMS Queen Elizabeth II set sail on her final voyage to Dubai. I guess she'll just swim back. I mean, she is old, but she's pretty strong. I'm Dan Mayson, and that's November 11th.
Bonjour, mon ami. The sweetest thing to hit parade. Would you spend a little time with me today?
Who is this sissy?
Shh.
My Shelley.
Nice.
I love it when
Free.
you talk to me, though I don't understand a single word you say. Your accent sounds so bourgeoisie to a hick like me from Tennessee, but you make me feel just like a million francs. It's like money in the bank. Bonjour, mon ami. Would you give me back my joie de vivre and let me bid adieu to lonely days?
The French are popping and annoying.
Bonjour, my Shelley. The time for love is aujourd'hui. I wanna see just what a French kiss ought to be.
Oh, I just looked at my
So maybe
sunglasses
I
and
can't
saw a reflection.
hardly
I thought there was something
say, just
behind me.
take me anyway. We both can't speak the language of love.
Boom, 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 boom.
So let's get this conversation on the road.
Hey, maybe we could form a jug band.
Bonjour, mon ami. You should slap my face to see. Cause in America, that means that you are mad.
I can't snap my fingers anymore.
Yes, that's what they call it. So for now, it's just a little mon ami. So for now, it's just a little mon ami.
Sadly, we must now return to the Slade and Mayson show.
You know, I wasted my entire break playing on this doggone show with you, and I was supposed to be going and taking care of business, like maybe going number 2 or something.
Hey, taking care of business. Cool.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mayson,
and this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
It certainly is.
So, you wanted to do a number 2. Hey, that reminds me of a story. So, if you were in an airplane and you...
Oh, no, you don't. Don't you go back there. Go back there.
Oh, my
I did
God.
have I had a rant planned for this morning, and now it's like we're already in the...
We're way
what are
too
we,
deep.
like-
We're a half hour in already, so...
All right, well, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, brother. I thought you did the morning... All right, go ahead.
All
Yeah,
right,
don't let me
it's
interrupt
like
you. Go
I
ahead.
gave
You
equal
start.
time
Go ahead.
this week. So
What?
I gave you equal time this week because it's like usually I start the things out, and it's like, and you just had some great topics to talk about.
Yeah, but I wanted to eat a Joey burger.
And right after that, we'll go to Brimley's. All right, listen.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I am brand loyal. I mean, I
Coca-Cola.
definitely-
Pepsi.
Pepsi, right?
Coca-Cola,
Exactly.
Pepsi.
Brand loyal.
Mm.
However, the soft drink companies are starting to really, really anger me. You notice I didn't say the P word.
All right.
All right.
What did you do
This
this time?
past week, I went to get some groceries, and I saw that there was some new Coke products on the shelf.
Were they white? I mean, Coke. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Who are you angry at, Dan?
Oh, I have someone who's angry.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
We'll talk about angry. Go ahead.
So I thought, well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try these 2 new products from one of my favorite brands, Coca-Cola.
Pumpernickel flavored.
Pumpkin spice limited edition. Okay, so
What?
there are a couple of things that you and I are very, very different about, but there are some things that we are very, very same about.
Yes.
And one is that we are very, very frugal. Let's just put it that
Cheap.
way. Cheap. Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah. Let's call it like it is.
This mixer I got for like $15 off Craigslist. It's been used for the past 15 years. I think Santa Claus is going to buy a new mixer.
Yeah. See, so you
I
get
think
it.
that's
But-
yeah.
But
I
you
think I'll
see,
spend $20.
I think it was in 1991 that Coke decided that they were going to
New Coke.
muck around with their product and come up with this new Coke that people hated so much. But it was a very calculated scheme because
now,
the
wait.
person who came up with new Coke knew the people were going to hate it.
No. That wasn't the story. Here's what happened. New Coke. I know you still want to go on your rant, but I want you to understand what took place. They were developing, trying to do a new flavor for Coke for the diet section because the artificial sweetener wouldn't mix properly, so they had to monkey around with the different flavors and the components. And they go, wow, this is really tasty. And they made it sugary. And they said, wow, this really tastes great. So they said, let's retire the old recipe and let's just call this New Coke. And then it also released the diet version of it. The diet version continued for several years and then finally went back to the old recipe. But now we pick up with your conversation with 1991 with the new Coke. But go ahead.
So,
That's the story, by the way.
Again, here's my conspiracy theory on this.
Here we go.
See, again, somebody in Coca-Cola knew this is like pro wrestling. They don't generally write pro wrestling cards on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually like planned out how we're going to do this over sometimes as many as 2 years down the line. So somebody in Coke said, hey, listen, here's what we'll do. We'll come up with this god-awful new formula. We'll put it out there, and then after 8 months or so, we'll come out with, we made a mistake. We're going to return to the old formula of Coke, and then we're going to sell millions. But by then, we'll have gotten some people hooked on the new Coke, and then we'll have some fun.
Okay.
Now, bringing me back up to the future.
Mm-hmm.
I have commented on numerous occasions my dislike, because when I was a kid, there was one Cheerio. Yeah. Little toasted oat. That's right. It. There was one cornflake.
Yep.
There was one Frosted Flake.
They're great.
You go into the grocery store, it's like, again, there's 15 brands of the same thing, but they've just done something different to it. Yep. Extra crunchy, chocolate flavored, more frosting, blah, 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 and on and on and on.
Yeah.
All right. So I drink diet drinks when I drink soft drinks all the time, exclusively.
Even though we talked about the fact that it ruins your gut. But go ahead.
Okay.
Coming up, anyway. Sugary drinks that
okay. I'm down the aisle where the soft drinks are, and I see these two new products, and I decide I'm going to support because I am brand loyal.
Is that the Coca-Cola Peach and Coca-Cola Raspberry?
No, it's even worse than that. It's Coke Ginger Lime and Coke Twisted Mango.
Oh, neither one of those sounds good.
Let me tell you what they taste like. Ugh. The Coke Twisted Mango tastes like a bad Red Bull.
Ew.
Okay? And the Coke Ginger Lime tastes like watered down Sprite.
Ew.
All right? I'm like, why? But now here's the thing, because it was my dumbness that made me buy it. I'm going to eat my mistakes. I'm going to drink 16 cans of the most putrid sodas that I've ever put in my system.
Nah, we poured down the drain.
And no, because like I say, they cost me money, and it's like, and I don't like to waste money, nor do I like to waste food. But I'm just putting the word out there, and if anybody from Coke is listening, please stop mucking with the formulas. Stop it.
They have to do something.
Just make Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, and get out of the garbage stuff.
All right, so here's what they really need to do. If Coke wants to put themselves back on the map, stop selling...
Buy Pepsi.
Yeah,
Can we say monopoly?
Yeah.
So what they need to do is stop worrying about how much it costs, because people will pay for it regardless. They're always worried, so they make it out of high fructose corn syrup, okay? It's dirt cheap, okay? What they need to do is to go back to sugar, stop putting it in cans, put it in bottles, and stop. Just stop already, for crying out loud. Just one product, that's it. Coke, Diet Coke. Done.
That's it.
That's it. Done. Yeah, I saw peach and raspberry. I'm like, no.
Well, like I say, I decided, because I had a vision of what I thought that either one would taste like.
And it wasn't a vision.
It wasn't a vision. It was a
nightmare. Yeah.
It was a horror story.
So my kids will only drink Coke if it comes in the glass bottles. I've now convinced them that the Mexican Coke is much, much better. They're better than the Guatemalan Coke. Anyway, so... much purer.
I'm rubbing on you, Mason.
So, but I just find it. It's very interesting that the Mexican Coke is a big seller here in the United States, and somehow these guys are able to have it in a bottle which weighs 100 pounds, use sugar, which is expensive as all get out, get the same formula produced in Mexico, have it shipped over into the United States, sold in a grocery store that sits on the shelf, and still make a profit for like $1 a bottle. So if they could do that, we can do that here.
Well, that has been my argument with the idea that we have this global economy and that we have to buy things from everybody else. We should be self-sufficient.
Yeah, we should be able to do that here. We can make sugar pretty easily. I mean, you do get sugar from corn, but you can also you can get it from sugar cane, of course, and beets, and you can get
you could just you can take over Cuba, and then it's like
we take over their pineapples. We just convert those over to sugar cane. Yeah. Hey, Fidel's not feeling so well no more. How's Fidel doing these days?
Yeah, he's not feeling real well.
All right.
So a little under the weather.
So you were talking about a little bit about angry. You were talking about angry. I'm not angry. Hold on. I have talk for something about 12 seconds.
All right. Well, it's so he's talking about being angry. Well, yeah, these are the things that really tick me off because number one, I am a simple man. I like to keep things. It's the KISS theory. Keep it simple, stupid. So it's like when I go in, I don't want to see 95 brands of the product. I want one, that one. I want my little frosted toasted O's. All right, that's all. The toasted O's in a bowl of cereal. I want cornflakes to be cornflakes. I don't want them to be chocolate covered. I don't want them to be s'mores induced or anything else. I don't want them to have marshmallows in them. I want cereal. And Raisin Bran, you better put some more raisins in there because I think you're starting to skimp on the 2 scoops.
Okay. All right.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
You got me started because you said get angry.
All right. So no, but someone who's angry is it's someone you just when it's Sinead O'Connor. Didn't we talk about her last week?
You mean her conversion?
Yeah. Yeah. Right there. Right there. Fold it up above the door handle. Oh, that'll work. Yeah. Those should fit. Yep. Yeah. She decided that.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who the hell are you talking to?
I was talking to Peter.
Oh.
Yeah. So
put him on the cross, nail his hands to it, and just stand him up and make him watch you do the rest of the show.
Okay. So anyway. Yeah. Apparently, Sinead O'Connor is
angry.
She's angry to the point where not only has she converted to Islamism, like Cat Stevens. She now
Islam, man, they'll get you.
Yeah, she's now quoted as saying, "Truly, comma." Well, she didn't put a comma, but truly, I never wanna WANNA. Her English is just phenomenal. But anyway, I truly never want to spend time with white people again. Is that racist of me? She says.
I understand that.
Oh my gosh!
Tell you what, man. You know we'll never fall for that. Well, it's just a short boat ride trip again.
So, well, the other thing I was going to say was, Sinead, if you're listening, I don't want to ever spend any time with you either.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I just laughed so hard. Yeah, she is so irrelevant anymore.
Well,
But if Cat Stevens, Cat Stevens still plays his songs, right? He still does in concert. He's still, I forget what his name is.
Yusef,
Yeah, yeah.
Yusef something or another.
You did better than I did, but yeah,
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
was
yeah,
a big Cat Stevens fan.
yeah. He's like, I get it. I'm gonna make money, but
Well, listen, again, that's because in the most purest of efforts takes financing, and in order to be able to live, I'm gonna have to do Morning is Broken and Moon Shadow.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so gotta pay those bills somehow.
And I can have my Islamic songs and my children's songs.
There you
but,
go.
yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do Morning Has Broken.
It's being sing father and son. Okay, so that's the dealio. So she'll come to that realization pretty darn quickly, I think. When they're like, hey, Sinead, you know what? We really can't afford to give you any more hummus, so you got to find a way to make a buck. Yep.
I bet she'll be doing Nothing Compares to You a lot.
Yeah, she's got to shave her head forever and.
But I want to have hair. No, I'm sorry, Sinead. I was as shocked as anybody, being Roman Catholic, when she was on Saturday Night Live. And she tore the picture of the Pope in half, man.
And I was like, what is her issue?
And I was baked, so I was really funny.
Well, she was a staunch Catholic. I mean, up until that point. So
well, Irish Catholic. Man.
I don't know what her issue is, but
she's nuts. Okay?
That was funny.
Just call it I'll just tell her like it is. She is that crazy.
You were talking about pumpkin spice.
You thought I was didn't you?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say another word. So I found yet another product, and this goes back to what you're talking about, monkeying around with the recipe. A pumpkin spice, as God is my witness, pumpkin spice Twinkies.
Oh, God, I did see those.
Unbeatable.
Limited edition.
Limited edition. Yeah, limited edition. So
once again, Twinkies are supposed to be those little spongy cakes with that cream that lasts for 20 years. It's not supposed to be peanut butter and chocolate. It's not supposed to be pumpkin spice. It's not supposed to be anything but that little yellow spongy cake.
Yes, and stop using gelatin to thicken it. Go back to the nasty, horrible oils that we're not supposed to have.
Oh, my God. It's like I happen to have some Twinkies on my table, and it's like biting into a sponge.
Yeah. Pretty awful. It's pretty awful. So.
I remember when Entenmann's cakes used to be really, really good.
That was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, then they started monkeying with it and using more preservatives. It just screwed everything up.
Yep.
It's that time again, so and I'm going to tie all this together. First off, ladies and gentlemen, we have mentioned a number of times, or as I have, Dan is a hell of a cook.
I am?
I mean, he really is a master in the kitchen. So the last time we got together, it's like he had posted this thing that looked like he had thrown up in a cup. It's called hot chocolate with homemade marshmallows. But to give the devil his due, he did post a picture that actually made me want to just reach on the screen and grab the pizza with pepperoni that you made.
Oh, yeah.
Because I tell him, again, you use a real formula to make your pizza. And what kind of pepperoni do you use?
So I had a choice. I could get the garbagey stuff that's already pre-sliced in a little plastic bag, or I went down to the deli and I got the authentic pepperoni length sausage, if you will, and hand sliced each piece and then put it on top of the pepperoni pizza so that when it cooked, it curled up like a little piece of bologna. Now, if you notice, when you go to Papa John's or Domino's or Pizza Hut or whatever, their pepperonis lay perfectly flat. They don't curl up at all. That means they use a boatload of fat and no flavor. This was like authentic, hard as a rock. I mean, I'm like cutting through these slices to get, and then I put them on the pepperoni, and they curled up just like up north. up in
I'm
New
telling
York
you,
and New
it
Jersey, and
just it
Pennsylvania.
did it looked delicious. And if you get a chance, just take a look at some of the things that some of the things don't look so
Man,
delectable. But
it
yeah.
was flipping delicious. I mean, when you cut through and you've cut through an actual black pepper, I mean, an actual peppercorn right through, you know you've got real pepperoni on your hands. It was great.
And who was this for?
This was for John. John wanted for his birthday pizza. So I said, okay. So I made pizza dough the day earlier. So I put it in the fridge, let it relax, and then I spun it and flipped it up in the air and got the oven up to 450, and I put the pizza sauce on. Shredded.
So what kind of holiday treats are you going to be making, buddy?
A holiday treat. Well, actually, I'm going to be making. What is his name? I've ordered the book. It's going to be sweet potato pie.
Oh, you
by
you
Bill
gotta-
Neal.
oh,
Bill Neal, that's the guy's name. Bill Neal's.
You better be right, boy, because it's like sweet potato pie it's an art. You can't just
no.
throw that together.
No, you can't. This is going to be, so I kind of know how the recipe goes together, but essentially what you do is you're going to separate about 6 eggs, I think it is. You're going to make a meringue out of the whites. Then you take the yolks back in, you introduce butter, cream, and 1/4 of a cup of good whiskey. Good whiskey. Mix it in. Put the sweet potatoes in, and then you fold the whole thing together, and then you put a pecan crumble on top. Oh man, when it's gone, you start crying. You just cry. You cry. You cry. I did. Yeah, that's what I make. I make that each year. And so the book disappeared. I don't know where it went. I'll just leave it at that. So I had to. I ordered another one from Amazon.
60 pounds of unwanted fat you shed.
Hey, speaking of which, I gotta tell you something. I lost. No, this is great. In 24 hours, magically, I lost 28 pounds. 28 pounds in 24 hours. It was the most amazing thing.
Boy, that was one heck of a dunk.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And then I put the new batteries in the scale, and then it went back up.
Oh, you know what? That's right. We have not gotten together since, of course, we changed the clock.
It's what?
We have not gotten together since the time went back an hour.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I just put those batteries back in. Yeah. Now I'm back.
Listen, if you're gonna, I know a little about whiskey. I used to be just a drinker.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna get anything, get that Macallum classic.
What's it called?
Macallum Rare Cask.
How expensive is this?
I don't know. It's about $2.50 a bottle.
$2.50 a bottle?
No.
$2.50. So
$250 or so.
$250 a bottle? Okay. Maybe I won't
Now,
be
hold
doing
on
it.
a second. Let me see if I can find something. Oh, no. Here we go. All right. You want something good?
Yeah.
Let's see here. How about the 1964 Gin
That's a scotch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whiskey. No, it's a whiskey.
Are you sure?
Yep. Let me just make sure. Bring up 17 for me.
Where's Freddie? Where's Freddie when we need him?
All right. Well, it's like my machine's as old as you. Just that's the excuse you gave me this morning. Winchester, yes, Scotch whiskey.
Scotch. Yeah. Okay. So I've tasted that. Needs lots of ice. Because that stuff. Oh
to mention,
man,
you're also going to need to take a second mortgage.
yeah. There's friends of ours at the local winery. They had some friends from England who can get that relatively inexpensive.
Well, I don't know how they're doing that because it's going for $24,000 a bottle.
Yeah, so it wasn't the 64. It was like 89 or something like that.
Oh,
But
well, yeah. Like I say, I just don't understand.
But-
Why would you spend that much money on something that you're going to just digest and then throw up?
yeah, you figure it's like a buck a burp, so it's
Yeah, I mean, so like I say, at least in my habits, it's I keep it to a reasonable cost, and I do watch the market,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Speaking of market, I bought GE stock about 3 weeks ago when it was hitting the news about it was going to tank. Paid like $12.50 a share or something like that.
yeah,
I think it's down to about $8.
wow,
So whatever I invest in, do the opposite. When
wow.
I buy
Hey,
something,
does that mean the RCA's thinking in the tank?
GE is just about done. They've been doing dividends for 120 years, and their last dividend was like 14 cents a share. They dropped it down to a penny.
Wow. Hey, I guess I better help them. Hold on. GE, we bring good things to life.
You okay? Your stomach ache? Did you go get sick or something?
I'm just trying to help them a little bit. Maybe
Oh.
they'll make a couple pennies on that.
Yeah. So they're busy selling off all their divisions. They're gonna have nothing left. But are they gonna get rid of their power division, which is weird because that's how they started? I don't know. It's a
Well, like
train
I
wreck.
say, are they going to get rid of NBC?
I don't. That's a good question. I don't know. That would be a moneymaker for them. But
Oh my God! Again, it's the only moneymaker they got.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we got 4 minutes. What do you want to say?
Okay. Wait a minute. I did have something because it's like I have my 95 pages of prep material. I was talking about the holiday seasons coming in, and on a serious tip,
Mm-hmm.
Again, people are going to be doing a lot of ordering online, which is a great idea, but you just got to be careful with the sites that you deal with because they're finding more and more crafty ways to get that information, and more companies are being hacked. So just be careful. There's claims that hackers and scam artists are using the Postal Service to steal holiday gifts and others' personal information. The Postal Service allows people to see what mail is coming to them through a feature called Informed Delivery. It sends images of mails to people's email.
Oh my gosh.
And guess what?
What?
Modern technology is going to screw us again.
Yeah, because that'll get hacked, and then they get there before you do, and then and now you got the delivery. It's notification. That'd be great.
And I know that UPS drivers and FedEx drivers are in a hurry, but man, it's like it's all real easy. I look across the street, I can see all kinds of things being dropped off at my neighbor's house when I know they ain't there. Merry Christmas, Dan. Your gift will be there shortly.
And now they're gone.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but just open it. You'll enjoy it.
Oh my gosh.
Boy.
All right.
Yes, it's the season to be roguish. La 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 la.
All right.
All right, I got about 30 seconds left.
We have about a minute and a half.
Oh, good. Okay. So the one other thing that came out, October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And you know what comes out right at the end of Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
You gonna keep it
The
clean?
the great folks at Victoria's Secret released their $1 million bra.
And how much did it cost
$1 million.
for a bra?
Yep, it's done with Swarovski diamonds and rubies, and I mean, it's like all I know is that why you again. Oh, I know. That's for the masochistic man in your life who just loves to feel like he's brushing up against a barbed wire fence.
Listen, just take it off.
I mean, how many sweaters did you ruin putting that thing on?
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Don't touch that dial. Not that there's any dial, but we'll be right back with the Slade and Mayson Show.